Hey folks, I'm Matt Doyle, MLSsoccer.com's armchair analyst, and welcome back for another episode of Between the Lines. This week's a bit of a special episode because we're not here so much to analyze as we are to celebrate the career of one Landon Donovan. Here's a quote from Bruce Arena that just about sums him up. The problem with Landon Donovan is that he's your best forward, your best playmaker, and your best midfielder, so you never know where to play him. Bruce offered that assessment 6.5 years ago, right after Donovan had eviscerated Ecuador in a friendly. It was true then, and it's true now. Let's take a look at how and why it's true. First, Donovan the playmaker. I think this is his best spot and the best way to use him, and not just because he sees the final pass better than any American in history. The numbers bear that out, by the way. He has 56 assists in his national team career. Number 2 on that list is Kobe Jones. He has 22. Donovan's also eventually going to own the MLS record for assists. And it's also worth noting that on both his loan stints to Everton, he led the entire Premier League in assists and chances generated from the run of play. Granted, small sample size, but it speaks to his ability to step into pretty much any formation, any situation, and be a force magnifier for a team's ability to generate chances. The money ball movement in soccer is in its infancy, but the preponderance of data at this point suggests that chances created is going to be the big ticket statistic. It's going to be the one that people look at to really judge a player's worth. And for that, they might as well just take a clip of Landon Donovan on the break. That's where he's at his most dangerous. His combination of speed, touch, vision, and patience means he can wait an extra half beat, force the defender to commit, and then put a ball in stride for a teammate. That almost always gives said teammate room to either take a shot or make another play himself. But he's also phenomenal as a modern number 10. He starts out on the flanks and then drifts centrally to either create midfield overloads or to find spaces between the lines, ghosting between the defensive midfielder and the central defense. But really, we should be here to celebrate Donovan the striker. He's about to claim the number 1 spot on the all-time MLS goal-scoring list, an honor he already holds for the U.S. national team and an honor he already holds in the MLS postseason. As always, he's at his best when the ball and the game is moving fast, as it did in the 2011 MLS Cup final, and as it did against Brazil in that memorable 2009 Confederations Cup final, and as it did a couple of weeks ago against a too-static San Jose backline. I love this goal for one particular reason. Watch how early Donovan realizes that the break is on. He's sprinting before anybody else has even picked their head up. He understands what's coming next and how to put himself in position to take advantage of it. Donovan's understanding of where the game is going to happen next and his chameleon-like ability to fill any role, it's something he's done from day one. Here he is in the 2001 MLS Cup final, and this is a classic second striker's goal. He's pulled just off the back line and found a little bit of space in the box for a one-time finish. 2 years later in the MLS Cup, he scored a classic center forward's goal, beating his defender to the near post for a one-touch tap-in off a low cross. And he still does those things today. Look at this goal from earlier this summer. He might as well be Pippo Inzaghi, riding the offside line, beating the trap, and then finishing at pace. It's a forward's goal. But here he is against Vancouver, bursting out of the midfield, finishing left-footed, at pace, but not a forward's goal. This is an attacking midfielder's goal. There's more to break down, of course. There's always going to be when you're talking about someone with over 200 career professional goals and almost 200 career professional assists. Whether it's tap-ins against Algeria or a full volley left-footed goal of the year winner against New England, Donovan really has done it all. For LA Galaxy fans, it's easy to love him. For everybody else, just try to appreciate him because there's not going to be another like him for some time. Thanks for joining us this week. I'm Matt Doyle, and I'll be back again next week with another episode of Between the Lines.